Hey, what's going on, everybody? Cause I'm a Fury here, and I'm back. There's like a big trend of something that's been really getting under my skin on Twitter, and it drives me insane because I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. It's contradictory, if you actually ask me. And it's the Nintendo Switch fans, the rabid fanboys, port-begging. And when I say port-begging is when you are a console fanboy and you begging for games to come to your system. Like you're begging, you're online, and it's a combination of begging and it's a combination of delusion when it comes to the Switch. And this is not disrespect to any of the first party fans of Nintendo, because you guys got the system. You mainly know what it's for. It's for your Mario games. It's for the Zelda games. It's for the other first party Nintendo games. That's clearly what you bought it for. You are fans of the first party games. You're a fan of the first party format and stuff. What I'm talking about today is the fans who are clearly thinking that the Nintendo Switch has the power to handle a lot of this stuff. And they get online thinking because the Nintendo Switch sales are outstanding that they can fucking get any system to, any developer to put a game out on it, where we know, in the real world, everybody knows that this system cannot handle a lot of this stuff. It just can't. And I'm keeping it real here. It's not hating. I own a Nintendo Switch. I own one. Alright? And I've said it numerous times that Super Mario Odyssey is probably my favorite Switch game at the moment. I mean, shit, I got the poster on the wall behind my damn computer monitors. But anyway, stop this shit, yo. Really, to all the port-beggars and stuff, knock that shit off. Really, like, there's no way that Assassin's Creed Syndicate or whatever the new one, whatever fuck Assassin's Creed is coming to the system. It's just not gonna happen. There's no way that you're gonna get a full functional version of Call of Duty any iteration, let alone a campaign mode. It's just not gonna happen. The system can't handle it. You look at Doom and you look at the fact that Doom stars a singular protagonist against hordes of monsters, whereas Call of Duty is a different format, meaning that there's multiple NPCs, there's multiple AI enemies. It's just not gonna happen. And I see every time something comes out that's popular, these people on Twitter, my friend sends me the evidence all the time. My friend sends me the pictures. I've seen it myself. All of it, it's not gonna happen. Stick to the first party games that's on the system. Hell, I'm not even the biggest fan of all of the first party games, but I know the purpose that my Switch serves. Unfortunately, Reginald Fields and me is right. That is, Nintendo's the only place you're gonna find your characters. Okay? So here I am with a Nintendo Switch, with a PS4 and an Xbox One. They all serve their purposes to me. Okay? I mean, hell, I use my Xbox One as my media center to my computer next to my bed. I mean, to my TV next to my bed. I can channel my fucking cable TV box through it and control it through that. I can switch to SoundCloud on the fly with voice, you know, I can stream on Twitch, Gears of War 4, and don't have to come over here and set up my camera where I have the stupid Connect thing. It works. It works as an online camera. It does its job. It's very good picture. My PS4, it's on my big media center right here. This is where I play a lot of the PS4 games. That's the only place I play my PS4. Switch. I can dock it, play it on near my bed, take off the controllers, put that there, play that. Okay? Or I can take it to work with me and play it on the downtime and stuff. That's what kind of got me in trouble before, but that's another story. But anyway, the system is limited in what it can do. Does that make it a terrible system? No, it doesn't. I might have been a fan of it initially. I didn't like the designs I don't like the design of it. Hell, I still don't like the design of it. But I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. Okay? But we gotta be careful about even doing that. For the simple fact that we know Nintendo systems since the Wii, well, with the exception of the Wii U, the Nintendo Wii sold like hotcakes, and it crashed and burned miserably in the end of its life cycle. We have to keep an eye on that. I'm not saying that the Switch Destiny is bound to be like that, but it could be like that. It's possible with any console, no matter if it's Microsoft, Sony, fucking Atari, whatever. That is a possibility. But to be online, port-begging, and asking for everything to come to a system that can't handle it is fucking ridiculous. It's annoying. Hell, I think even the first-party Nintendo fans get like, are fucking like, they just can't put up with it. We gotta, I don't know. That's the thing about me. I can't never be a console exclusive person. I own almost every Nintendo main console it is. I mean, I didn't drink the Kool-Aid and have to buy every damn DS they came out. I found it pointless. But as a home console, I have what I have here. I have the NES. I have the Super NES over here. I have the GameCube over here. I skipped the 60. I sold the 64 to somebody. 64 wasn't my cup of tea. Sorry. I had it though, but my friend made me an offer I couldn't refuse, and I sold it to him. I had the Wii U, the Switch. Yeah, I know what they bring to the table. I know what they offer. It's the first party. But when you grow tired of first party, that's a different story. But like I'm saying, this is what the majority, just about all Nintendo fans buy their consoles for. First party. Yes. But to sit here and actually be on Twitter and actually delude yourself into thinking that this system can handle everything, that's a different class of fans. That's a different class that I can't even put my finger on right now. But it drives the same insane cockamamie bullshit point. It's not going to happen. Alright? And if you proclaim to be such a Nintendo hardcore fanatic fanboy who shits on everything, like, oh well, yeah, the Switch is selling better than the PS2 did. Oh, you online and you throwing numbers at everybody else that's telling you that, look, this system can't handle it, and you throw numbers at them like, oh, you're a fanboy, you're a PS4. You shit on the PS4 and the Microsoft fans because your system is selling well. How embarrassing is it for you to know that just the system that you are fucking worshiping can't get the games that the other ones got? So who's really envious? I don't hear any PS4 or Microsoft even, and Microsoft's in a dire state. I don't even hear one Microsoft fan talking about they jealous of the Switch. Hell, a lot of them own one of a Switch. It's a supplementary system. Like I said earlier, you can only play Mario and other first-party games on Nintendo consoles. So they own one of those too. But let me guess, you don't want to own one of them. You can't afford them. You think, and if you can't afford it, fine. Don't shit on everybody else about it. Okay? If you don't want to buy one, that's your preference, but don't shit on everybody else about it. Okay, yeah, I know that's kind of contradictory. I mean, that's kind of being a hypocrite. But let me explain. Nintendo gets the heat it gets from the other, like from other people in the you know, the fans, because of their out of the box decisions. Now, I'm saying it paid off for the Switch. It paid off in the past, but initially. But after a while, once the game stopped flowing, once the third party stopped making games for it, and once the first party games take a lot longer to come up with, that's where it runs dry at. Now think about that. Let's do that right now with the Wii. The Wii initially came out the gate with first party games, a lot of third party games on it, but let's face reality. Those third-party games stopped selling well. So those developers stopped making them. All of those games initially at the beginning cycle of the Wii's lifespan actually were, how can you say, they were in development as the system was being prepped to be released. So all of those coming out came out like after, on launch date and after. But then they have to go back into the drawing board. They have to go back into the developer's room, and they have to start to make sequels to these. Or if these games aren't sequels, they got to start coming up with another inventive, innovative title. First party. Because like I just mentioned moments ago, if the third party wasn't selling, the developers aren't going to make it. The third party companies aren't going to make it. And that's what happened with the Wii. That's what happened with the Wii. And unfortunately, the Switch, it can happen to that too. It seems to just be something that can happen. It really happened with the Wii U as well. It's just something that Nintendo had fans, all of us, have to possibly keep in the back of our minds, because it happened to the Wii and the Wii U. It can happen to the Switch as well. DS is a different story. DS is the backbone. It has been the backbone of Nintendo for a long time. It has kept them afloat through hard times. The DS, that system dominates. So that's probably why they chose to go with the Switch and give it that look, because they wanted to still look, everybody. It's a home console, but it's portable too. Portable is their market. Nintendo ain't stupid. So that's pretty much what they're doing. But at the same time, they have limited their range of games that they could come out with. So that means they have to be even more innovative. They have to really push for some quality third-party games to come out for this. Alright? They really have to do that. And this is not your fault as a fan of Nintendo. This is Nintendo's fault. They made the system like that. So, what are they going to do now? Once all this wave of first-party games, you ride this wave of it, and that wave lessens down, what is Nintendo going to do then? I mean, do they have any really standout third-party games that make a third-party developer say, hey, we got to make another game for this Switch system? It really sold well. That's not me saying that there aren't any. I'm just saying I have to look into it. Matter of fact, I'm going to look into it and see the sales of the third-party games, because Nintendo has, it can happen. It can happen. It's happened to the Wii, and it happened to Wii U, because the gimmicky shit can only sustain the system past its initial wave. Once the games stop coming out, once the first party games start taking longer and longer because it rolled that first wave and it didn't have a second wave ready, this is what happens to the Wii and the Wii U. It's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They plan shit in different phases. Phase 1 was building up to the Avengers. Phase 2 was building up to the Avengers 2. Phase 3 is basically building up to Avengers Infinity War. And in between that, they had shit planned. Phase 1 was Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, which was Universal actually, but I don't know, that's what got Mark Ruffalo's version into that, even though it's a Universal film. So it was Iron Man, it was Incredible Hulk, it was Captain America, it was Thor, it was Captain America, Iron Man 2, Avengers. You see how they had something ready for the next phase to start after that? That's what Nintendo has to do with their first party games. They have to have them ready. Once these games, these first wave of first party games came out, they already should have been, once those games were finishing, they have to sit there and really plan it, but they can't do that. Now that I'm thinking about it, they probably sitting there and like, okay, we have to see, before we develop the games, we have to see if they sell well before we warrant a sequel. Yes, but you should at least be planning what you want to do next. If you put stuff into planning phases, you can always have it ready, so you can just start developing. Once something is deemed a hit, start developing it, because you already put up the chalkboard and you started writing, well, we want this one here to do that, and we want this one here to do this one, and this, that, and the other. You should have that ready. You should have a plan ready. I hope, really, this time Nintendo took that into consideration. Okay? Because all you Port-Beggars out there, this is basically how it's gonna continue to get games. Because first party can only take it so far, and the third party has to do its magic. But the problem is, it's not going to get the games that you want. You can't be a proud Nintendo fan rubbing numbers in the other people's faces, and then you're in the same breath wishing for everything to come out on the Switch. A system that you clearly should comprehend cannot handle the games that you want. Does that eat you up on the inside, that it feels that it can't handle the games that you want, so that's why you lash out with the numbers? I think that's how a lot of them do. They lash out with the numbers and start saying Nintendo's selling better than this, the Switch is selling better than this, the Switch is selling better than this, because they don't have the games. But you should be happy. The Nintendo's selling well right now without all those games. So what are you crying for? Really, what are you crying for on the internet? On Twitter? Bothering people, cursing people out who disagree with you, cursing people out who saying, look, it ain't gonna happen. It can't. The system can't handle it. Well, they handle Doom. You can't use Doom for everything, okay? It handled Doom, but it did a pretty piss poor job in comparison. You telling me I'm gonna choose Doom on the Switch over Doom on the PS4, Xbox One, or the PC? Give me a fucking break. Oh, it's because it's portable? I could take it anywhere and play it on the go, so I could drain my batteries playing Doom, okay? Letting the glare shine in on it. I can't walk in the summer day and fucking play Doom. I get that shit stolen from me, or I get punched in the face. They get it stolen from me, not because I'm a Switch, it's because people are fucking thieves where I'm at and stuff. This is just something you can't do. I would rather play it. It's something that you want to play home. There's a lot of games you would rather play home, okay? And I know Switch gives you that option, but if you're telling me, if I'm if I'm a predominantly in-home console player and I chose the Switch version of Doom, and then I see the PS4 version or the Xbox One version, I'm gonna feel cheated. I'm really gonna feel cheated. I don't know what to say. It can't handle these games, so get off of Twitter begging for this shit. This shit ain't gonna happen. It's not. It can handle what it can handle. And then I keep hearing rumors of them revising and supposedly revamping the software and making it stronger and stuff like that. I'm like, why did they have to go through that in the first place? It should have been ready for something like that. But of course, like I've said in my old Nintendo videos over a year ago, Nintendo prides itself on gimmicks because it stands out. It makes it's what they call out of the box thinking, that it stands out so much that people are going to go, oh wow, that's a cool idea. The Wii, I can move, I can play the game and stuff like that. Oh, the Wii U, oh, I can play the golf game, I can put it down there and I can see the ball on the Wii U screen, I can use the Wiimote from the old Wii and I can play golf. You know, after that stuff wears out, people are going to be like, okay, first wave of first party games, where's everything else at? You know? But maybe that's just me. So anyway, as usual, keep watching what you want, keep gaming the way you want, keep being you, and let me know how you feel about a lot of the Nintendo delusionals actually the Switch delusionals actually thinking that everything can be out on the Switch. I'm not going to say the first party fans, and I'm calling them fans because they know what they're getting into. There's the first party fans, and then there's delusional Switch fanboys. The first party Switch fans, they know what the system's there for. That's what they enjoy. I know that much. But you got these other sector of people who got these loud voices thinking that everything can come out on that system. Then you got realists. So let me know in the comments how you think about that and what you think about the port begging. And if you don't believe me, go on Twitter and look it up yourself. You'll see it all the time. You can see it on a lot of the Nintendo a lot of the Switch a lot of pro Nintendo Switch forums, I mean YouTube channels. If you look in the comment section, you can see it for yourself. One day I'm gonna get that technology right where I can actually show screenshots of stuff while I do a voiceover. I'm not that savvy yet. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace.